Yo guys, what is up? BK Seeker here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make something similar to this. A motion track that looks like it belongs in the scene and looks like it has a shadow underneath it, so it looks like it's actually sitting on the ground. You can use a shadow on walls and stuff. I've used that in another edit before. I was actually using it on this motion track to create text there. However, I tried to do something and it crashed and didn't save and corrupted the file. So this is an older file that I found, and yeah, so we're just gonna go with this basic one here. So let's delete these two here. Boom. So we just have this here. We don't even need these two here. We just have the actual footage, and then we have the track layers because I've kept the tracking. So basically I tracked with Camera Tracker by the Foundry. Great plugin. I find a lot of use for that, and you know, I enjoy this plugin because I'm only on in AE 5.5, not 6 or anything, or CC, so I don't have it built in, so this is fine for me. But basically you need it some points tracked and then to create a scene, and yeah. And what you're going to do is you're going to create a new layer, new text, and you're going to put tutorial. Right, okay, let's not do that yet, and just do that. Now I'm just going to put the quality in quarter, just so After Effects runs a bit quicker. I'm going to go layer, new, solid, and okay, black is fine, doesn't really matter. Effect, video, copilot, element. So we're going to have element 3D. We're going to custom layers. Path layer 1 is going to be your text, so tutorial, custom texture maps, and you want the layer that is your footage, so here. Number 6 is my footage that is all in line, so this is my footage in the background, and I'm going to get rid of that and go to scene setup. Then we're going to extrude it. So this is the text that we are extruding. I'll just take a second, right? I'm going to add a material. So these are Pro Shaders materials that I paid for, about 60 quid if you are interested in it. So I've added this kind of metally grunge texture. And then I'm going to go to environment. Add this. Now watch here, watch the text. Boom. So it takes on the texture in the reflection and it gives it off like red from the map. I'm going to click OK. I could have done the next part there at the time, but to make things less confusing, we're going to do this. So I'm going to go to particular look and take the size down, put it where we want. Doesn't really matter. As I say, I'm only doing one frame in this, not worrying about like actually making it a motion track. So once you have it where you want, maybe rotate it a bit, whatever. In fact, I could do with rotating that a bit on the, not Z, damn it, of course I got that wrong. Not that either, yeah, just here. I think just so it looks more like it's in the ground and stuff, and then position that again a bit more, maybe actually correct that a little bit, and boom, whatever. Then we're going to go to multi-object because this makes it so much better. Rotation random, and rotate it a bit so it kind of gives off a cool effect. Then we can get rid of group 1. Then we can get rid of that. I'm going to go to scene setup again. Just wait for it to load this. Right, it's still loading the model though. Right, kind of done it. Primitive, let's get a plane in there. Let's just add a random texture to it for now. Let's put it in group 2, so make sure. So I've only got number 2 selected there. This will load in, you can kind of see it. Go to group 2, particular look, and replicator, and then let's rotate it quickly on the x-axis, and then you want to kind of position it right so it's in the middle, sort of, and down, just so it clips off a bit of the bottom text. I think that'll be okay for now. Let's try and get that more in the center. In fact, that didn't work right. And then let's size it up a lot. That's what you need to do. Right, about there is good. And go back into scene self. Make sure you've got your plane selected. You should see it in a second when it loads. There we go. You need to go to materials. So these are the default materials. Matte shadow. Okay. And you'll have a shadow there. So if we go to full quality, and boom, there you go, you have a shadow. Looks like it's in the whole footage. And see if it's not exactly how you wanted it, you can always tweak things really easily. Like in group 2, if I wanted more of it in the ground, I can just raise on the position how far I want it in, like the ground is literally eating it, and it all looks the same. So yeah, that's honestly as easy as it is, and as I say, I'm not going to make it look like a proper motion track today, but you can perfect it as you want, and basically just make sure the shadow follows the motion track by keyframing its positions, and that's it. You don't have to be picky with it or anything. And as I say, get pro shaders if you want to come out with an effect like this, I guess, because of the actual textures are really nice. But using the render settings ambient occlusion just makes it everything. Without the ambient occlusion, you don't get the shadow in the first place, and it just creates that massive depth to it. And you can play about with things, but I like the default just to keep it safe. But yeah, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this has become some use for your edits and whatnot. I was keeping this on the low, but a lot of people do it, and I thought, you know what, let's get this out there. So hey guys, hope you enjoyed. Peace out.
Hey guys, what is up? It's TK here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get Pokemon Go Map working on your computer and on your phone simultaneously. Why is it good on your phone, you may ask? Well, now when you have it on your phone, you can actually update the location automatically based on your location. You'll get your phone's location and constantly move the location every certain ticks. So, how do we get started with this? So, I recommend for the update location, you need to download the latest master branch. Now, there's a few differences if you haven't already installed it, or if you have already installed it, based off my old video. So my old video tells you how to install the master branch, which is great. However, there's been a few changes. So basically, before you put your Google Maps key in the credentials.json, that is now different. Now you put your Gmaps key here in the command line in dash key, and then you would paste it in. So dash K, which stands for key, and then paste it in. Pretty straightforward, but it's different. So if you go back and watch the video, if you're a newcomer to this map, please note that, or come to this after and notice I will be updating that video as well, noting that. So let's get going. So we've got all this, so we'll know about the location, the step rate, the host, the localization. Now we've got capital P 69. Well, 69 is the port number. So if I opened up the map, if we go to local host 5000, which is not going to load anything, so I'm not running anything just yet, but after the local host it has 5000, and that is the port, but I'm in this command line, I'm changing that to 69. So to show you how to change the port, so you can run multiple ports and port forward all those different ports to create temporary URLs to open on your phone, and it can be multiple people on your phone, like using your phone, multiple people using these URLs. So awesome. Let's get straight into it. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to open ngrok here. Still got it. Click download, choose your platform. You're going to download it. You're going to open it in WinRAR or something, and then basically drag it to your desktop. Perfect, that's all we need. And you've got this there. So you can double click that and it's going to open this window. Can leave that for a second. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go and fill everything in just here. So for example, I'm going to put in my password. Let's go over here. Just bear with me a second. So this video would be really quick, however we are having to go in and explain a few other little things, I'm afraid, to do with the changes. I feel like, I kind of have to just say them, because if I don't, then people are going to get confused and whatnot. So that's all there. So you remember I changed the port to 69. Right, so it's running perfectly. Awesome, very nice. So now what I type in here is ngrok http and then the port number. So we changed it to 69. The default, if you weren't changing the port with the capital P value, would be 5000, but as I say, we're running on 69. And it basically says the tunnel is online, it gives you some statistics about it. But here, so it says forwarding. So you see this here, so you want to select this, control copy it, go to your browser, open up a new tab, copy and paste that. It's going to open up the Pokemon Go map, and you want to allow notifications, and boom, it's showing this here. Go to options, you can follow location, and it will basically ask you, it will pop up and ask you if you allow it to get your location information. I already denied it at the minute because I'm on my computer. I don't want it to change based off my actual real life position, obviously, where my computer is, because that's going to show where I live. But if you look here, so we're using this URL that it gave us, which is all very nice. But also if you do localhost like this and then change the 5000 to 69, that's actually what it's running off. So if you type 5000, it's not going to load anything because I'm not running off 5000. But let's say I wanted to run off 5000. Well, that's pretty easy. I'm just going to copy all this line. I'm going to go to the folder, open another command window here, copy and paste some stuff in, quickly put in my Gmaps key, boom, enter again. So it's starting again, but this time it's on the default host of 5000. So now if I do localhost 5000, it's going to load it as well. Obviously it's in the same location, but you could actually change that. And we got a Squirtle, and it's notifying me that we got it. That's pretty cool, I like that. That's just a little side thing to the new update. So basically what we're going to do is we are going to then go back to ngrok. We can do it. We should be able to type. No, we can't. There we go. I know what we need to do. Yeah, minimize all this again, and we want to open up ngrok again. I think. There we go. Ngrok again. Then we do ngrok http 5000, which is the port that we're running again. We're going to select this second link, copy and paste it. So we have basically two instances. So you got the localhost 5000, which is here, which is the one that we just created secondly. This is the link to the 69 port that we port forwarded, so you can open that on your phone again. And then this is the second, like the third link I guess here, but the second instance that we're running on the 5000 port. So if I wanted, I could change the location on this to oh, I don't know, England, London. Okay, it's going to change, so you'll see on, actually there it hasn't changed, which is interesting. That's quite interesting actually. But here you can see it's loading everything in, which is great. You can disable things, you can manage that separately. So this is loading a second. There's a Blastoise in London. There's a Blastoise in London. Spaghetti here. Well, anyway, awesome. And you've got all this as well. You've got basically two instances running in different locations. And as I say, if you want to have it on your phone, click the follow location. And whilst you're on your phone, make sure you have it enabled on your phone, like at the top bar, you know, you can choose Wi-Fi on, Bluetooth on, that sort of thing. You have to allow your location to be found on the GPS. So that's about it, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments as always. I'll try help. If not, I'm sure other people will try help like they have on the last video. I thank you all for the support that you've been giving on the videos. It's been great so far. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. See you in the next video.
Hello guys, what is up? BKCK, and today I've got a huge update for Pixelmon Gym. We're going to get straight in there. One of the new features will require you to do this when your server is stopped. If you don't want to change the name of your Pixelmon gyms from the defaults, then you won't need this, because you won't want to change the broadcast colours, possibly. But we're going to be covering a lot in this video anyway. But yeah, so basically we're stopping the server because we have some stuff to do in FileZilla, which is RFDP access. So I have run the plugin before on my server, but here it is, Pixel Gym version 1.7.1, and here is the folder, right? So config, view and edit. Alright, so let's have a look at this. So I've got some things already set in here, because I tried to do this video before and it failed. But if you go to title, this is the prefix, the broadcast prefix. So I'm just going to change this back to SG Pixelmon. These are the gym names, which you can change to whatever. The gym colours, so it's a colour code of what the broadcast will be in, and 5 rules per gym that you just basically highlight there and type over it. So let's change one. Let's change dragon. Nope. 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 Yeah, let's change poison. Poison. We'll change this to flying, okay? And flying, I think, is a B sort colour. Now, there it just made my colours, my quote, sorry, just go slanted. Oh, didn't mean to do that. So highlight the one below it or above it. Command copy it, just highlight over that one. Command V it, same with that. Make sure they're just straight, make sure they're like the rest. Then we're going to add a rule, so no Pokemon over level 35. So we'll just add that one for now. These here, leave them as they are. They're just for helping the plugin actually do what it's meant to do. But yeah, everything else is the same, but just for each gym. So yeah, we're gonna upload that back, and we're gonna start the server back up. So I'll be back in a second, guys. Our Minecraft server is up. Here's the IP if you want to join it. That's fine, because the plugin's on there. It's a test server, I guess. Well, no, it's a proper server. But yeah, so the first thing to notice is to disable your scoreboard, type /gym scoreboard. We'll get back into that later. And back in the config, then you have, I say, gym close, and then whatever gym you want to close. But we're gonna open one more gym. Open gym. Let's do gym 4. So the grass gym is now open again. Color coded green. Color coded green. Gym 4, and the command was gym 4. Now let's close it. So basically, when you close it, it removes it from the scoreboard. Now if I was to do gym close all, that removes them all and closes all gyms. That says that all gyms are now closed, which is pretty blooming awesome. So last thing is, if I was to open another gym again, open gym, open gym 7, and if I did /gym scoreboard, which is what we told at the beginning, oops, I'm getting startup errors. If you do gym scoreboard, it disables the scoreboard. If you do it again, it enables it, so it removes and shows that. It's pretty blooming awesome. So yeah, that's about it, guys. There's a lot of changes from the previous versions, like commands, nodes. The .admin, pixelgym.admin, is for the close all, and last one command is reload, so it reloads the config. However, with name changing of gyms, it now requires a restart if you want it to update on the scoreboard as well. So, but yeah, that's it. So, please leave feedback on the plugin. It really helps me out on development, and it motivates me to improve the plugin. So yeah, see you guys. Yo guys, what is up? BKCK here, and today I'm bringing you the third tutorial video on my plugin Pixelmon Gym. I've had a massive update in terms of what it actually does, and yeah. So I've just got this little server going on my computer, and basically all I did was drag in the Pixel Gym 1.9 jar, which is the latest version, which is currently pending approval. So this is kind of for in the future if it's not been accepted yet. But basically, when you start it, you'll get a config as normal. For those of you that this is new to, that's basically where the config generates. So let's start off. What we're going to actually do is the Pixelmon Gym folder, so it generates a default. So it generates the default one, and when you start a server, so it's just starting it on 1.6.4 R2, which is the version that it works for so far. And done. Pixel Gym 1.9 enabled. Okay, so let's just refresh. Let's just find my server. Here it is. You say the Rock Gym leader has come online at BKCK to disable the scoreboard. Do /gym scoreboard. Now, this isn't a Pixelmon server. This is just a little bucket one that I've made for demonstration. It just saves me restarting the server, like my other server. It's actually a Pixelmon server. But yeah. So if you do /gym, it brings up the list of commands. So we've got gym list. We'll do them in order. Gym list. That lists all the gyms, and one of the big features in 1.9 is that you can now enable or disable gyms and it supports up to 32 gyms. So here are the first 8 that are enabled by default. We'll get on to how to enable more in a minute. We do gym leaders. Currently not going to say anything because I don't actually have a permissions plugin installed, I don't think. No, so yeah, don't. But basically, anyone with the specific Pixelmon nodes, so if I normally in game, if I had group manager, I'd do man u add p, so that's man u, so user, add permission, and then it'll be the player name, so we'll do bkck, even though it's not going to do that because it doesn't work, because it's not actually a plugin on the server. bkck, and then pixel gym.gym1. Now anyone that's not up will require that to open gym 1, or gym 2 or gym 3. Also to do it they would need, I should have not really got rid of that, man u add p bkck, which is my IGN, pixel gym.leader. That basically shows them up as a leader on the leaders list, and basically allows them to open and close gyms in general. Then you have admin. This basically allows anyone with this node to close all gyms, which I'll demonstrate in a minute. And then you have pixel gym.reload, which basically reloads the config. And the config is a big part of the plugin, that is for sure. So if you do slash gym again, do slash gym rules. So it says here, proper usage slash gym rules, gym number. So we'll do gym 1. Now at default there isn't any rules set, it's just your first rule for gym 1 goes here, example. And basically you can do it for each one, so it'll say gym 1 there and gym 1 too. So basically it displays 5 gyms that anyone can do this command by default. Let's just scroll back up. So you've got opening gyms next. So if you do gym open gym 1, this is the rock gym. Now it says here pixel gym, the rock gym is now open. This here, the plugin can be found at, and then the link. This only displays to the person that actually initiated the command, not everyone else. And then also it appears on the right hand side in a scoreboard. You can have up to 15 gyms on the scoreboard at one time. So you've got all these gyms applying the same rules, the colours. You only get the title once because that's just the global title. But then you have all these gym 3, gym 4, gym 5, all the way to gym 32. Now you can ignore these here. This bit. That's basically where the gyms get the default close from, so just ignore that. Right, so now all these after gym 8, if you can see, gym 8 enabled equals true, gym 9 equals false. So if we change that to true, and again copy and paste the quotes in, I don't know, make the gym cap 50 just for YOLO, just to make it random, right? And then we'll also do a we'll do a rule, various rules. I'm just making crap up here, as I say. So what we've done, we've changed the title of gym name, gym color code. We've enabled gym 9 down there, changed a level cap, and we've added a few rules. Right, so now we've done that, what we're going to do is just slash gym reload. Now as you see, this has screwed up here, this still says rock, so you're going to do gym close gym 1. So this is going to close it. Now it's still there, so you're like, how does that make sense? The random gym is now closed. So that's what basically, so it's taken the D color code and it's taken the name, and also it's taken the prefix. So that's cool. But we're gonna do slash gym scoreboard, and it basically disables the scoreboard. And we're just gonna reload the server. The reason we have to reload the server is because the scoreboards don't actually update, because it actually needs a proper restart or reload to the server to update scoreboards. And that's just how Minecraft is. As I say, nothing to do with the plugin. So we do gym open gym 1, and then we do gym scoreboard. To enable the scoreboard again, it says random in pink. So that's pretty awesome. Then also we enabled the other gym, didn't we? So we do gym list. So we've got all the 8 gyms before, but we've also got various gym. It's set to close, and it also says the level cap is 5. No, 50, sorry, got confused. And then the first one that was rock was before level 10 cap, now it's level 5. So it's taking it there and it's really putting it all together, and it's just, you know, a really handy plugin. But that's just about it. I tried to make this plugin as simple as possible, but in the end it needs to be complex enough to support all your needs. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments of either the bucket page or the YouTube video, and I will gladly look into them. But other than that, guys, peace out.